Thank you and welcome to everyone present here and those who are viewing us from their homes to this very, very joyful occasion. Um, if you're new to Guiding Eyes or if this is your first time at a graduation, I am confident that by the end of the program, you will be much more aware of the many people that are involved to make this day a reality. And I'd like to first thank all of our puppy raisers, without whom we could not do this work. You provide the dogs a solid foundation as they begin to be prepared for their very unique responsibilities, and we are so very, very grateful to all of you. And again, thank you. Eric, Alyssa, Dell, and Erica, you certainly have been faced with a number of weather challenges this month, and the creative ways that you've managed to give each team the training that they needed to be successful was really pretty impressive. Thank you for all your efforts in making this class so successful. And now to our graduates. And frankly, I admire anyone who wants to come to New York to train in January. Kudos to all of you for your courageousness. On behalf of the entire staff of Guiding Eyes for the Blind, I'd like to congratulate you on this achievement, and this is a wonderful success. And as you prepare to return home with your new guide dogs, please remember that we will always be here to assist you and support you in whatever way possible. So again, on behalf of the entire staff, congratulations, and you are wished every continued success. And to everyone who helps us on our journey, whether it's through the gift of your time, your financial support, or just sharing our story with others, we are so very grateful to all of you. Thank you for helping us continue to do this very, very great work. And it is my pleasure now to introduce Graham Buck, who is the Assistant Director of Training, who is actually celebrating a milestone of his own this year in that he will be at Guiding Eyes 25 years this year. So congratulations, Graham.
Welcome, everybody. 25 years. I'm not sure where it went, but I'm still here. I'm here to represent the Action program. So as Dell mentioned, Mike, who is training with Tom, and Judy, who is training with Reno, were in the Action program. Basically, in a nutshell, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants. It's an accelerated program, so we just kind of get out there and do it in a shorter period of time, but we cover a lot of ground. And they also have 5 additional days at home as well. I think the big thing every day was, okay, we're going to go out and train. Is it going to break 10 degrees today? And the big dilemma would be, do we put the booties on the dogs or do we not put the booties on the dogs? So most days the dogs had the booties. One thing I would like to say for the whole entire class is obviously to congratulate all of you guys on all of your hard work over the past few weeks, and also to help the public have a better understanding of what these dogs are truly about. It's not just about having a guide dog as a mobility tool where you can just go out and work the dog and cross streets and make it around obstacles and avoid moving cars and all of those things. The dog is truly a part of the person. It becomes integrated into their lifestyle and their world in every aspect that you can imagine. Think about how attached we are to our own pet dogs and companion dogs. These dogs take it to a whole new level because they're with the person essentially 24/7. So they're not only with them 24/7, they're working with them. They're keeping an eye out. Basically, the person and the dog are taking care of each other. So it's a very, very intense bond that develops over the next few months. And again, think of it as an integration process. The dogs are there in all parts of their lives, when they're starting new jobs, going to college, getting married, moving, all of those things. The dog is the consistent element. So these folks here don't take it lightly. They've made a choice to work and live with the dog, and I commend them and congratulate them. And we always talk about Guiding Eyes being a family, and that's truly the case here. People always say to me, it must be so rewarding, it must be all of these different things because you're giving of yourself, but I would have to say to you that I've gotten more back from being part of this process than anything I could have ever given. So congratulations, everybody, and look forward to staying in touch with you over the years.
Our first graduate speaker will be Howard McClearly.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing today? Well, I gave a microphone by the class, and I think they're kind of going to regret this one. I'm supposed to be a speech about myself, which is all right with me because I have no problem talking about myself. It's about everybody else. My topic is about blindness, how it affected me. Didn't affect me until I was about age 16. Right after I got my driver's license. It's a really rough time for me. Doctor said, enjoy it while you can, because it won't be around for long. Okay, went through some depression, but I had the family support. They said, just because you're blind, you're going to have a normal life. And I'm glad for my family, my father, and all my relatives and friends. They never stopped treating me different. I played sports as long as I could. But then at a point in my life, it was time to grow up and get a job. That was the case for me. Got into bowling machines as a mechanic, working on cars. And then everybody knows OSHA. You ain't doing it if you got bad eyes. So that cut me short. Then depression hit again. But it never stopped me from growing and learning. And then I came across a company called DBS, Division of Blind Services, in Florida. They got me on the right track about showing me there's help. Showed my parents that they're not alone. You know, so I kind of got some ability there, but I kept going with life. Found a good woman. Now I have a wife and 2 lovely children that live at home with me. And they support me. And I really appreciate that because I'm not an easy person to live with. And you got to understand, I like to talk. So, you know, TV doesn't go loud, it goes low, so you can hear me, understand what I'm saying. But, you know, and as life goes on, my wife didn't give up on me either. She didn't baby me. She didn't, oh, honey, I got it. I cook. I love to cook. She tells me, go for it. I'll sit in the couch and you cook dinner. Well, thank you. But, you know, and then I moved to Delaware. And there was a company called DVI, Department of Visually Impaired. I met a group of people there that gave me the skills that I need to get my future going even further. They taught me my mobility training with the cane. Without a cane, I would not be here today because you have to have that cane skills to have a guide dog. And once I got that going, I passed my test, qualified, because there's a process to get into the school. And I thought it was another test, But it was just a cane, and they spoke up for me. They did everything. I did the application, and next thing you know, I got a phone call. You're accepted. I was like, ooh, great. Finally, been waiting for years and years, and the school that picked me is the best in my mind. And I would never go to another school besides this one because they treat us with dignity, respect, and if we have a problem, they're there for us. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. They can talk to us, and we can talk to them. But, you know, it's really important to me because January was a really important month for me. You know, yeah, I left my family. That was hard. But my family supported me. But I turned 40 while I was up here. Ugh. I was waiting for the black balloons to drop and everything, but, you know, kind of didn't. But the good thing about my birthday up here, everybody, like, what'd you get for your birthday? Everybody treated me great, had a birthday cake, but my best birthday present is Kimberly. You know, at first I was nervous. Will I do a great job? Will I take care of her? Well, come to find out, she gives me the love that I give her, so I know it's going to work out. It's not about me. It's not about her. It's about us. We're a team. I have my independence back. My family has their freedom back. No more sighted guides. I can go to the mall and go shopping. I can go to the grocery store and look at food. But she listens to me too. She doesn't argue. She doesn't complain. And she doesn't tell me to be quiet. But, you know, so the best thing that I know is my knowledge is just because I'm legally blind doesn't mean I'm stopping. I'm learning computers. I'm learning Braille. People say, oh, it's too late. Maybe for you it's too late, but it's not too late for me. And if it wasn't for this school, the tools that they gave me, the knowledge they gave me, and the skills to teach me how I can do it. They told me, you're not scared, Howard. You're not going to hurt her. She's going to protect you just like you're going to protect her. So teach her the way you wanted to teach her. Go keep doing the tools that they taught you and keep moving forward. And don't come back until you need another dog. But I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for supporting me and my class. That actually this class, I was worried. A lot of times nobody gets along. There's always somebody, this and that. It didn't happen with this class. We became one big family. We joked, we talked, we played, you know, we had a great time. And that experience made my experience and Kimberly's experience the greatest thing that I've ever come across at this time. Thank you and enjoy your day.
Thank you, Howard. Our next guest speaker, or graduate speaker, will be Cynthia.
Thank you. No, okay. Thank you. Good afternoon. I want to echo what Howard said about thanking you all so much for coming. It means a lot to all of us as class members that you came to share this time with us. We're not only celebrating the culmination of 3 weeks of guide dog training, which was very hard work, but we're also celebrating the beginning of our life as a team. I'm representing the retrain part of the class, and so I posed my fellow retrains to ask them what their guide dog meant to them. One gentleman in the class told me that his dog or dogs were literally lifesavers. Another classmate told me that his dogs provided a calming influence. And yet another gentleman told me that his dogs gave him a greater degree of enhancement and enrichment in his life in numerous ways, mainly interacting with people and being able to have more opportunities to do things. And I echo all of these people, but I would like to add some words of my own. I believe that these dogs give us greater independence. I believe they give us greater independence, greater confidence, and they give us an enhanced form of safety in our travels. I also believe that these dogs are committed, dedicated, and devoted. And what more could you ask of a special friend than that? And yet, I'm not sure that there's any words that can really describe what our dogs mean to us. I would like to thank a number of people. First and foremost is the Guiding Eyes organization, both the staff members and the volunteers. Margot is my first dog from Guiding Eyes, but I have used dogs for 32 years before now. But I want to tell you that I am extremely impressed with Guiding Eyes. And I want to thank the donors for all of the funding that you give. Next, I want to thank the puppy raisers. You know, Guiding Eyes can be great, and the donors can provide the money, but without the puppy raisers, we wouldn't have these guide dogs. The puppy raisers give them the needed socialization that they need to become great guide dogs. I want to thank our instructors. Dale, Eric, Alyssa, and Erica are four of the most fabulous people you'll ever meet. Their expertise, kindness, and caring are phenomenal. And I truly believe that they are also committed, dedicated, and devoted to their jobs. And more than anything, they have to have the patience of angels. So, anyway. I would also like to thank our support systems, whether it be family, friends, or professionals. It means so much to us to have their encouragement and support. And last but not least, I would like to thank my fellow classmates for all of the encouragement and support that they have given me, especially over the last three weeks. I will have to say that they have also given a tremendous amount of teasing about my Texas accent. So, anyway, in closing, I would like to share with you a funny story from my family. As I said, I had used dogs for almost 33 years. And my husband and daughter would come up and say, I really think you think more of your guide dog than you do us. And so I would hold my thumb and index finger about an inch apart, and I would say, no, you're about that much higher than my guide dogs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cynthia. Please welcome Nicole Geit, Regional Manager from the Canine Development Center.
On behalf of the Guiding Eyes for the Blind Canine Development Center, I'd like to extend our sincere and heartfelt congratulations to the January 2014 graduating class. It's truly a privilege to be here today to share this day with each one of you. I'd like to thank our team of over 1,200 devoted volunteers, our generous donors, and our dedicated staff who fill a very important role in the journey of our Guiding Eyes puppies every step of the way. From our brood stud foster families, early socializers, home socializers, home litter care families, puppy sitters, kennel and administrative volunteers both here in Yorktown and in Patterson, our tour leaders and ambassadors, it truly takes a village to raise a puppy. And finally, thank you to our puppy raisers who give the ultimate gift of raising a potential guide dog. I would like every person in this room who volunteers for Guiding Eyes in some aspect to please stand so we can give you a round of applause. And now I would like to present our puppy raisers with their certificates and photos, which Del will show what one of the beautiful photos looks like. Okay. What we're going to have is one member from each puppy raising family to come up and accept their certificate and the photo. So raising Guiding Eyes Clifton, there were two families, the Woodward family. Also raising Guiding Eyes Clifton is Gail, Hugh, and Carl Sangri. Raising Guiding Eyes Ginseng were also two families, the first of which is the Kennedy family. Also raising Guiding Eyes Ginseng is Tina and Tori Clark. And they could not be here today. Raising Guiding Eyes Godiva, Mr. and Mrs. Paul Cross Sr. And Godiva's puppy raisers could not be here today. Raising Guiding Eyes Kimberly is Gail Fowler. Raising Guiding Eyes Margot is Peggy Farrar. Raising Guiding Eyes Portland is Luann C. Park. Raising Guiding Eyes Reno is Paula Capellina. And Paula was not able to come today. Raising Guiding Eyes Tom is Eileen and Terry Matro. And Raising Guiding Eyes Zane is Maureen Dinner. And now I would like to pass the microphone off to Sue Dishart, the Vice President of Marketing and Development, for a special puppy raiser presentation.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, all of you wonderful puppy raisers. Congratulations, class. It is my honor to recognize Guiding Eyes Reno's other puppy raiser. Guiding Eyes staff member and passionate puppy raiser, Lee Nordine, passed away on December 7th, 2013, after losing her battle to cancer, and she is deeply missed. Lee's career began at Guiding Eyes in 1999, and as the Director of Canine Development, she was the driving force behind the Guiding Eyes STEP program, our successive training and enrichment program for puppies. The program was relationship-based and offered a new approach to all of our Guiding Eyes dogs. The program has now prompted global change in the way guide dogs are raised and trained, largely as a result of Lee's passion, dedication, and vision. She also volunteered her skills and expertise as a raiser of 7 Guiding Eyes dogs, 4 currently working as guide dogs, and Reno, who graduates today. Lee touched the lives of so many, her family, friends, staff members, volunteers, and graduates, and of course, the countless puppies that were raised using her new methods. To honor Lee's legacy, a memorial plaque will be placed on the walls of the soon-to-be-completed PepsiCo Foundation Canine Development Center. And although Lee is not with us today, her spirit lives on. And accepting the certificate in her place that will soon be at our Canine Development Center, please welcome Peg and Dick Cronin, some of the puppy raisers that personally benefited from her success, representing all of the puppy raisers impacted by her legacy. And echoing Nicole's words, it does raise a puppy, take a village to raise a puppy. But Helen Keller always said, alone we do so little, and together we do so much. Everyone here, remember your role in making today a success, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Sue. We will now present the graduates with their graduation certificates. And we're going to start on your far right side. First, Cecil and Godiva. Sherry and Clifton. Cynthia and Margot. David and Zane. Howard and Kimberly. Patsy and Ginseng. Michael and Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of January 2014 from Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Please welcome Becky Barnes, Manager of Consumer Outreach and Graduate Support.
Well, good afternoon, everyone here, and everyone's safe and snug in their homes on checking us out on the web. I wonder if we have any graduates that are watching us this afternoon. I hope we do. We have several in the audience, and it's really great when our fellow graduates are here to celebrate this day with us, because we so know what it was like to get to this day. I often quote a folk song. I'm a folkie from way back. The first verse, the first couple lines of which really kind of represent what this day is about. And the song says, it only takes a first step to begin. You're on your way then. You've done the hardest part. Now, make your journey with a generous heart. This class has one of the most generous hearts I've seen in a class in a while. It's been really fun having them here in the building at the beginning and the end of the day. They weren't here in the middle of the day much, but just the little opportunities I had to chat with individual members of the class. A couple of them I already knew before they came, but heart would be what word I would use to describe this class. There's something about January. I don't know if it's the weather, or maybe it's the weather, but there's something about January that maybe it helps us create warmth within, and there was a lot of that in this building, in this class. So you all are awesome, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome those of you who are here for your first Guiding Eyes dog to the big Guiding Eyes family. We welcome you. We look forward to journeying with you, and I want you all to give yourselves a big hand because you've done a fabulous job. This graduation never gets old. I've been working here 15 years, and I do this at most graduations, and sometimes I feel like I'm a broken record. But sometimes I think the English language just doesn't have enough words to say what needs to be said. So I just want to add my voice of thanks to the raisers, the donors, the volunteers, and everybody who has a part in making this guide dog thing happen. We graduates, all of us, our new graduates up here and our graduates in the audience, all know these dogs change lives. They've changed ours. So thank you to everyone. I just want to now let you know that we're done. And consequently, there's some things you can do. The Guiding Eyes gift shop is open across the hall here. There's cake and punch up in the dining room. If you go out the doors and turn left, and then at the first opportunity, turn right and go up the steps. We hope you'll enjoy your afternoon here at Guiding Eyes for the Blind because we're sure glad to have you here. So don't let the snow scare you. It's outside and you're inside. Have a great afternoon and a great weekend, and thank you. Okay, I did forget one thing. I usually do, but not this one's. Are you leading it? Yes, Erica will be leading it, and she will be gathering you together in probably half an hour or so to go over and check out the kennels. And in the meantime, raisers and graduates will have an opportunity to do some photo shoots upstairs, and we'll explain a little bit more about that to you as it comes up. So again, enjoy your afternoon.
Okay, I know all you puppy raisers out there are very anxious to get your hands on a little furry creature up here, but if you'd give our graduates just a moment to stand up and take the harness off before the pandemonium begins, they would actually appreciate that. So graduates, go ahead and stand up. We'll gather your certificates so they don't get squashed. And we'll go ahead and take the harnesses off. And if Portland's puppy raiser would come up and see me, I will make sure that you're able to visit with Portland. Okay. And just as a reminder that there's plenty of space to spread out when you're visiting with the graduate and the dog that you so lovingly have raised. And we're going to wait just a couple moments, get a few more harnesses off. Alyssa, would you? All right.